Well, hello there, and welcome to my webinar this Tuesday afternoon. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join in with me, and I don't take it lightly that you decided to spend your time with me. I want you to know right up front that this is let me get my screen together. Yes, this is an educational webinar. I will not be selling you anything. Please make sure you have a pen and paper handy to take down notes on the valuable and useful information that I'm going to provide. And if you can, make sure you stay until the end, because I do have a special bonus that I am going to be able to offer to you. All right, so for those who are not familiar with me, my name is Cecilia Morris, and we're going to get this webinar started because I value you and your time. And once again, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Let's go ahead and get this started. All righty, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I appreciate you once again, and thank you for your time. Share screen. All right, let's get rid of some of these extra things that we got going on. Wait, hide video panel, put you up there. Let's see. I think we are good. All righty, so let's go ahead and get started. You are here today because you signed up for a webinar to learn how to grow your network and affiliate marketing business without hassling your friends, family, neighbors, or strangers. And you also wanted to learn the 7 mistakes made by online marketers that keep them struggling, overwhelmed, and broke so you can avoid them. All right, so who am I? My tagline, I am known as the engineer by education and home business owner by desire. I've been in network marketing for over 10 years, and 2 short years ago is when I got into affiliate marketing. That was August of 2016 when I took my business online, and I never looked back. In January 2018, I started my own personal coaching business. Now, you are getting VIP access, and during this presentation, you will learn how to control the conversation so the prospect does not overtalk or intimidate you. You will learn why you should never advertise your company on your social media sites. You'll find out how to take a prospect from cold to warm to hot in 3 easy steps, and why you do not need hotel meetings and 3-way calls to build your business anymore. So why is this so important? Well, in order for people to buy from you or join your team, you need to be perceived as an expert and authority in your niche. You want to create curiosity so people are asking you about your product, your service, or your opportunity. And when you understand the sales process and you use it correctly, you are more likely to make the sales. And all this can be done using the internet and social media, which is how I built my business. So what is your why? Now, 230 people, join a network marketing company in the United States every hour. That is like over 5,000 people a day. And the reason why is because they are looking for time freedom, more money, independence. They want to quit their job. Lots of people want to quit their jobs. They're looking for recognition. People just want to know they're part of something bigger than themselves and they're appreciated. Financial security, whether it's an extra $500 a month or enough money to quit their job, and most importantly, a better life. But the big thing I want you to take away from this is that people are joining, and if they don't join with you, they will join with someone else. So what is your why? And I forgot to mention, if there is time at the end, I will go ahead and view the comments and questions. So if you have any, please feel free to type them in the chat. So I did a survey and it went out to thousands of people, and these are the top 5 online business building obstacles. As you can see from the graph, finding customers is the big one. Number 2 is understanding how to use the internet. And then 3, 4, and 5 all came in about even with closing sales, knowing what to say, and finances. So I want to show you how to overcome the biggest obstacle, which is finding customers, and then we can work on the remaining 4, because at the end of the day, if you don't have customers, you don't have a business. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm gonna need you just to stay calm, relax. This is where we get into the serious note taking phase. So make sure you have your pen and paper handy. And there is nothing for sale. I'm not selling anything, but if you can stay to the end, do remember that I have a free gift that you will receive at the end of this webinar. But I'm not selling you anything, so just relax and take plenty of notes. So before we get into everything, I want to make sure that you understand who this webinar is for. This webinar is for you if you want to build your network or affiliate marketing business online. If you want to get consistent leads, customers, and sales, if you want to create time and family freedom for your business, if you want to teach your team online marketing methods that can be duplicated over and over again to build your business, and if you want to learn skills that you can use with any business, so that way you are branding you incorporated, not the company, the service, or the product that you offer, then this webinar is for you. Now, be aware, your lack of success is not your fault. For a very long time, like 8 months, I blamed myself because I wasn't getting any results. But it's not your fault. And it took a shift in my thinking and my business building before I learned that you haven't been shown how to properly use the internet and social media for your business. You don't know how to build the know, like, and trust factor with your leads and prospects. Now, remember, a lead is everybody in your target market. A prospect is someone who is giving you their email. You don't know how to talk the benefits and not the features of the product, service, or opportunity that you have to offer. And most importantly, you don't know how to be, and you haven't been shown how to be, the solutions provider. At the end of everything, we want to sell the problem we solve, not the product. So once you implement what you learned today, you will know how to create a professional online presence. You will know how to use social media to generate new leads and customers, and you'll know how to have a conversation where you're considered a problem solver, not a slimy salesperson. I'm giving you the golden eggs in this webinar here today. You will also know the 4 dangers of cold market recruiting and why you should avoid them. You'll know how to turn a cold lead into a customer or a teammate. You'll know how to run your business on autopilot while you focus on business building activities. I'm all about the automated income system. And most importantly, you'll know how to celebrate your success, because you will have success if you follow the training that I'm laying out for you here today. So let's just be clear on who this is not, what this is not, and who this is not for. This is not an overnight success program. So let's put this into perspective. I spent 4 years on my bachelor's degree in engineering and another 3 years working on my MBA. What you see in front of you, I was able to develop in less than 2 years. This is not for people that do not want to put what they learn into action, because you have to do the work. It's not about spending countless hours learning a program that is so complicated you'll never use it. Trust me, I have been there before, wasted a lot of money and got nowhere. So I will not create or give anyone a program like that. And I'm not giving you a program here, I'm giving you information. And this is not for people who do not want to build their network or affiliate marketing business online. I teach network and affiliate marketers digital marketing strategies, and that is what I coach on, and that is what I do myself. And it's definitely not about selling you a do-it-yourself program, because remember, I'm not selling you anything in this program here, in this presentation here today. I also want you to keep in mind that I have an unfair advantage. I have been in network marketing for over 10 years, and I've been an affiliate marketer for going on 2 years. I started my coaching business in January of this year. I had 48 coaching calls in a span of 4 months. That's 12 calls a month. I was overwhelmed. I was humbled. I was overjoyed. I was over the moon. And since my job let me go in March of 2018, I've been able to maintain my lifestyle and focus on my business full time. But at the end of everything, I want you to believe in yourself. You are the you that can do it. I believe in you, and I need you to believe in yourself. So what's my story? Well, when I got started in network marketing over 10 years ago, I was an unemployed college graduate with an engineering degree and no engineering job. I got started in network marketing, and I quickly exhausted my warm market. If you don't know what that is, that's my friends and family. And I sounded really desperate and insecure when I talked to strangers. I mean, it was like I was mousy and I didn't have a authoritative posture. So it was easy for them to run all over me and tell me no. And then of course I took it personally and went home and was just like, oh, I can never make this work. But I did. And when I finally got the hang of cold market recruiting, the company that I was with was shut down by the FTC. So that's when I realized that I needed to find a company and a way to build my business based on me and not the company that I was with. So it's all about you incorporated. So what did I do? Well, I invested $3,000 to learn how to be an online affiliate marketer. Since that time, I have a Facebook page with over 21,000 followers and over 200 videos on Facebook and YouTube. I have over 1,800 connections on LinkedIn, and I just started using that platform in December of 2017. I have a website with over 140 articles on mindset, attraction marketing, website traffic, and social media recruiting. And in the last 12 months, I've actually been to Vegas 3 times. I just got back in June of this year, and I've been asked to speak at a social media event. And in April of this year, 2018, I was in Scottsdale, Arizona for an event, and I got to see my amazing family, my 2 cousins and my dad's sister, my Aunt Josie. It was a great time for everybody. And finally, the rest of my story is when I went online, I closed out my first sale in 7 days without ever speaking to the person that signed up. Never happened before in my entire life. I have an email list of over 3,000 people who I signed up. And this is my biggest business asset because that's how I build the know, like, and trust factor. And I get to meet and work with people from all over the world, like Ireland, Nova Scotia, South Africa, London, Australia, the Bahamas, Mexico, and so much more. It's been an amazing journey and a fantastic experience. And this is one of my good friends, Paul, who I've had the opportunity to work with. And if you're wondering if this is for you, this is what Paul has to say. Cecilia is amazing at what she does. If you guys haven't yet, or you're having doubts about your business, please reach out to her if you're serious about growing your brand. She is a true entrepreneurial spirit that can help your business and the brand of you thrive. Much love. I had the pleasure of being at an event with Paul in June when we were in Las Vegas of this year. It was over 500 people there. So unfortunately, I couldn't pick him out of the crowd, but it was just amazing to know that so many people are interested in finding out how to build their network or affiliate marketing business online. And that is my goal, to help you get to where you want to be for your business to change your life. And this is my good friend, Jacqueline, but I call her Jackie. And she lives in the UK. So that's across the Atlantic, if you didn't know. And she was actually one of my first clients. And she says, I started a network marketing business from home around my kids. And I cannot thank Cecilia enough for all her expertise and help. She's such a lovely, caring, and wonderful person. And let me tell you, she knows her stuff. I can't thank her enough for her valuable advice and coaching, and my business is flying now. Love to you always, Cecilia. You're the best. And, you know, it's these kind of testimonials that really warm my heart, because at the end of the day, what I found for myself is my goal is to help people. My goal is to get people to where they want to be in their business and also in their life. I mean, now that I am no longer a cog in the machine of corporate America, it is amazing the doors that have opened up to me, from speaking engagements, from spending extra time with my dad, who's permanent nursing home, from being able to just enjoy more fulfilling things in life with the extra time that I now have available. And these type of testimonials are things that I cannot pay people for. These are genuine, from the heart, true stories of people that I've been lucky enough to help on their business building journey. So now let's talk about the 7 marketing mistakes to avoid. I hope you are ready to take some serious notes, because I'm going to go through these 7 marketing mistakes, because when you avoid them, you will be able to better build the brand of you incorporated, and your business will start to thrive. So let's get to number 1. Number 1 mistake is speaking 90% of the time. Don't do that. Can you imagine having a conversation with someone where they spoke 90% of the time and you only spoke 10%? And most of the time, the reason why most network marketers do all of the speaking is because they're nervous. They're scared. They don't want to hear no. And they figure if they talk enough, they'll wear the person down to where they'll just automatically say no. That's not what happens. Instead, it turns out to be a huge turnoff. And one of the basic fundamentals of sales, no matter what industry you're in, is that you listen more than you speak. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but it bears repeating. They say we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So it might be wise for you to consider it listening twice as much as you speak when you are recruiting a new prospect. Now, you want to ask questions to deflect information back to them. So when they try to put it on you, for instance, if they ask about money, they ask how much you're making. Your deflection to them could be, well, how much do you want to make? How much time do you have to put into your business? And if they ask you, what is it? You may say, well, what are you looking for in a home-based business? When you are asked something that makes you uncomfortable, you can always use the good go-to question. Well, why do you ask that? This way you can answer the underlying question that they really have while taking the focus off of you. Now, repeat what they say when you're talking to them so that way they know you are an active listener, and show that you're acknowledging their feelings, concern, wants, and desires. That is mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, you don't have a story or testimonial. If you don't have one of your own, borrow someone else's. Stories and testimonials are very powerful ways to illustrate to your prospects the benefit of the products. It demonstrates that there are other people out there just like your prospect who are right now getting similar results that are desired by your prospect. It's called social proof, and there's almost nothing more effective when it comes to getting someone to say yes to your offer. I can't tell you how many videos I've sold on how to get 5,000 likes, fans, followers to your Facebook business page in 5 days or less without breaking your bank by having my own story. I went from 3,000 fans and followers in October of 2017 to over 21,000 today. Is that not social proof? So once again, if you don't have your own story, share someone else's, but you have to have a story. Remember, facts tell, stories sell. Mistake number 3 is you never ask questions. Now, this is very similar to number 1, but these questions that you're asking of your prospect is that you want to uncover what their pain is. And it's critical if you want to successfully sell more product or recruit more distributors. You've got to become a solutions provider. Remember, you're selling the solution, not the product. You or your product has to become the pain pill for their pain. Now, you want to ask open-ended questions that will keep your prospect talking about their favorite subject. What is that, you might ask? Well, of course, it's them. People love to talk about themselves. And as you get closer to the close, that's when you start going for the yes answers. You never want to go for the sale in the first conversation unless you can tell that the prospect is really hot and ready to make a move. Instead, you want to continue to provide more information after the conversation that gives them value and secures you as the expert and authority in their minds. Because when they are ready to make the buying decision, then that's when they will come to you. Number 4 is feature dumping. Feature dumping is when you only talk about the features of the product and not the benefits, or better yet, the benefit of the benefits. So a feature is what something is, a benefit is what it does. So if you're going to discuss the features of your product, be sure to tie it in with the benefit that your prospect will receive as a result of the feature. Otherwise, there's no point in listening feature after feature, because in your prospect's mind, they will tune you out and you will become white noise. So remember, you want to talk benefits, not features. No one cares about the Alaskan blueberry or the mangosteen fruit. What they care about is having more energy, antioxidants, an enhanced immune system, better sleep. Those are the type of things that your prospect wants to hear about. So keep that in mind when you're talking about features. Just tie it to a benefit. Number 5 is never checking in with the prospect. This is similar to asking questions, but it serves a different purpose. This is where you start going for the close and getting those yes answers. It's like a trial closing, which is a critical element to successful recruiting. As you're going through the conversation, now that you've asked questions of the prospect, you've listened 10% of the time, you've listened 90% of the time while the prospect spoke. You made sure that you can identify their pain, their need, their wants and desires. Now this is when you're talking about you being the solution providers. But as you're going through this conversation, you want to check in with the prospect, and you might stop and ask, does this make sense? Or are you getting this? You might say, can you see how this will help you achieve blah, 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 whatever it is their want, need, or desire is. But first, in order to identify that pain, you got to ask them questions and get them talking. So you have to do the first 4 steps before you can get to number 5. Number 6 is making medical claims. This is a big no-no. You don't want to say things like, people who are taking this no longer have to take their high blood pressure medicine, or this one here cures fibromyalgia. In other words, making blatant medical claims that may or may not have the same result for other people is a big don't. D-O-N''T. These are the kind of claims that can get a good company into a lot of trouble. So please be very careful with any medical claims. And I recommend it's best to steer clear of medical claims, altogether. And number 7, which is a big one, is saying that you are not a fan of the product. Now, you may be thinking, but I'm just being honest, and you're right. However, instead of saying you're not a fan, you might say, well, I don't use this particular product, but I know a lot of people who do and really like it. The bottom line is you want to get really good at, if you want to get really good at recruiting, then you only need to speak positively about your company and the products, even if one of them may not be to your liking. Because in your prospect's head, they won't equate you not liking a product to not liking the company. They'll put those together, and that is a huge turnoff to your prospects. So always speak positive about your company and their products. So now that I've told you the 7 mistakes made by online marketers, and you now know how to avoid them, let's discuss the sales funnel. The sales funnel starts with the cold market, and that is people that you don't know. But in traditional marketing, you're told that's everybody. In reality, it is not everybody. It is the people in your target market that you don't know. If your target market is vegans, then everybody is not in your target market. Vegans are your target market, and the people in that market that don't know you are your cold market. You warm them up by providing value. Once you provide value, that is where you are building the know, like, and trust factor. The more value you provide, the more your warm market becomes hot, and they will start asking you about your product, service, or opportunity. And then once they're asking you, that's where you can lead in and recruit them as new team members or customers, because you have taken them to a place to where they're ready to make a buying decision. And that, my friends, is the sales funnel. You may have seen this a different way: awareness, interest, desire, purchase, but it's the same process: cold, warm, hot, new team member, customer. So now let's talk about the 4 dangers of cold market recruiting. And this is both online and offline. Number 1 is it's opportunistic. You are not having a genuine conversation. You are looking for an opportunity to sneak in your company, your products, your service with the prospect. You're not really paying attention to the conversation. You're just looking for the opening to give your elevator speech. Number 2, it's agenda oriented. It's not genuine, because you really are not trying to get to know your prospect. You have an agenda. Your agenda is to get them to either sign up or to buy something. And that's not a good way to have a conversation. And it may work for a little while, but these will not be long-term or committed customers or distributors. Number 3, it leads to misunderstanding and alienation. You probably heard of the NFL club, No Friends Left. I was in that club for a long time before I understood how to, how to lead with a genuine heart of helping and understanding versus throwing my opportunity out there to anybody who'll listen. And last but not least, online Facebook hates it. And if you get enough negative reports on Facebook, they will shut you down. So those are the 4 dangers of cold market recruiting that you want to make sure you avoid if you're serious about navigating this online arena. So how do you take someone from cold to hot in 3 simple steps? Well, number 1 is you want to provide a lead magnet. That's something to entice someone to give you their email address. The reason why you are on this webinar with me today is because I provided you with a lead magnet. I sent you a Facebook ad that said I think I said something along the lines of how to build the simple way to build an online business, even if you have no experience. I can't remember the exact wording, but that was the lead magnet. And then you went to a landing page and that enticed you to give me your email address. And I thank you again for joining me today. Number 2, provide value. Once you have someone's email address, you want to do what you say you're going to do. In my case, I said I was going to do a webinar, and I hope I've given you value so far. In your case, it could be a video, it could be a report, it could be a PDF guide, it can be 7 steps to do whatever, but you want to send follow-up emails because the goal is to get people to know, like, and trust you. And step 3, after people know, like, and trust you, is to make a low price offer. That is something that is $50 or less. So why are home and hotel meetings and 3-way calls obsolete in today's network marketing world? Well, the biggest reason why is because you are no longer confined to your geographical region. Remember Jackie from the UK? And as I mentioned, I've got Marshawn, he is in Ghana, South Africa. I've got another friend, Angela, who lives in the Bahamas. These are all people that I would have never met without the internet. The world is your oyster with your online marketing skills. You're able to provide value without being an online commercial for your company. Making money online as an online marketer is fun, and it's really easy once you get the skills. It's about changing the medium you use to communicate so you can be more efficient and more effective. If you're doing home and hotel parties and 3-way calls, you're still tied down to one person at a time. Whereas the internet, you can reach hundreds. Just with the 3 webinars that I've done, this is my 3rd one here today. The 3 webinars that I've done on this topic, I've met 95 new people in 3 webinars. So thank you once again for joining. Thank you for your email. And I hope once again that you're getting some really good information. So if you are not online for your business, you will soon be out of business. So how do you control the conversation to be the expert and authority? One of the things that new and sometimes seasoned marketers get caught up in is the prospect takes over the conversation. So the way to make sure that doesn't happen is only speak 10% of the time. Always, always, always deflect back to the prospect. You want to make sure you ask questions, and they need to be open-ended questions, not yes or no answers. You want to talk the benefits of your product, service, or opportunity and not the features. You want to make sure you check in during the conversation to make sure the prospect is following along with you and they understand how you are a solution provider. You never want to make medical claims. You've got to have a story or a testimonial. If you don't have your own, borrow someone's, and never say that I'm not a fan of the product, because your prospect will equate that to mean you're not a fan of the company. Stay positive all the time. And then taking the prospect from cold to hot. You got to have a really good lead magnet. The value of the lead magnet needs to be worth at least 10 times what the prospect thinks they are getting. So that way they will give you their email. And once you get their email, make sure you provide value. Give them information that is useful for the business. And you will get follow-up emails from me, which will provide value, information that you can use as you build your business. And then you want to make sure that you make a low price offer, because you're building the know, like, and trust. The longer you're in the game, the higher you can make your offer. And remember, the importance of being online is that it is a better way to leverage your time so you can spend more time at home with your family while still building your business. I have a friend, and his name is Marvin, and he told a story about his traditional marketing journey and how he was part of a team. They had meetings at someone's house 7 days a week, and his day was Tuesday, and his wife hated it. But what she hated even more was at least Tuesday he was home. The other 6 nights of the week he was at somebody else's house. But when you're online, you can reach, once again, I've reached 95 people in 3 weeks, and that would not happen if I wasn't online. Online marketing empowers you with the skills that you can take anywhere should the worst happen with your company or your job, and you decide to move on. And remember, millennials are not going to build their business using old school methods because they're too far involved with technology in order to take a step back. So let's think about the millennials. They were born between 1991 and 1996. So that makes them between 22 and 37 years old. My target market starts at 35. So there's some millennials in my group. And if I'm not online, they are not going to want to be on my team or yours for that matter. So let's talk about what I said I was going to share, how to build your business without hassling friends, family, neighbors, or strangers. So these are 5 steps for online business. 1, you need to find a need or a problem to solve. Number 2, you need to create or leverage the solution to that need or problem. 3, you need to drive traffic to that solution to build an email list. Number 4, you need to follow up with your new leads. And then number 5 is make that offer. So that is the 5 steps for online business success. And that is something you can do without hassling your friends, family, neighbors, or strangers. So now you know the tools I personally use to build my own business. That what I've showed you can help you in your affiliate or network marketing business. So if you'd like me to personally help you implement everything we've gone over today, I would be happy and super excited to do so. And this is how we can do just that. So in the beginning of this presentation, I said I have a gift for you, and now I want to tell you more. I have set aside some time to talk to you about how you can apply these ideas to your business starting immediately, and I'm doing this completely free of charge. And now this is what will happen on your free call. You will provide me with the current status update on your business. You will share with me where you want to go in your business. And then I will give you a blueprint on how to bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be in your business. It's really just that simple. And working together works. No one ever got successful on their own. There's always a team of people that are helping someone be successful. On this free call, if you see the value of working with me, we can discuss working together, and I might invite you to become a client. If we decide to work together, I will begin working immediately to help you build your business. And if we decide not to work together, then that's totally okay as well. I hope you got some good pointers, not only from this webinar, but I'll make sure I give you some good insight on the call as well. But I do have some requirements for this call, because it's not for everyone. You must be able to follow directions and stay on schedule. Means keep your appointment. This is for people who genuinely want to take their business online and watch it grow. You must be willing to put in the work using the processes that I teach. And you have to be dedicated to yourself. You have to want this like you want air to breathe. You must have a deep passion to use your business to change your life. And for most of you, that's why you got into this business in the first place, right? So I want you to take a second while I take a sip of water and ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be. If that answer is no, then I want you to know why I am doing this. And the reason is because of a quote I read from Zig Ziglar years ago. He said, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want." Is that not a profound statement? I mean, think about what that really means. All I have to do is help enough people get what they want, and then I get what I want. It's all about benevolency. I am offering these calls because I want to be a service first and foremost. I also want you to implement what I showed you today without struggle, without overwhelm, without wasting your time or your money. And I want you to start getting results right away, especially if you haven't gotten results in the past. Now, coaches working with individuals might charge anywhere from $50 to $300 an hour. However, I am not charging you anything for an hour of my time where I can help you understand what you can do to grow your business, to get the lifestyle that you want, need, and desire. And this is Dr. Linda, and I am super excited about the testimonial that she gave me. And she says, "I met Cecilia online before I met her in person at an event. As soon as I heard her voice, I knew she was the lady I had been following on Facebook. Cecilia inspires me and my team to grow and do better. Her training is like being bottle fed. Like a true leader and teacher, she makes it easy to understand and help take my fear away from doing business online. I could watch her videos over and over again and each time see something that I missed. Plus, she is so easy to talk to when you have a question or confusion. Our team is booming thanks to Cecilia's teaching and courses. If you are serious about growing your business online, I would recommend Cecilia's program to anyone because not only is she patient and kind, but you will get results. Now, remember, I'm not offering you anything on this but a free phone call to help you with your business building activities. But Linda is another one of my testimonies and my success stories because my whole goal is to help others achieve the results and the lifestyle that they desire. So go ahead and get your call scheduled now at www.successwithcecilia.com/apply. And my name is spelled a little different. It's CECELIA.com. And the reason why I want you to schedule your call now is because space is very limited and I want you to act fast because I still have my coaching clients that are on my calendar. So I want to make sure that you get on my calendar as well. Every time I offer these personal calls, they book up very quickly, and I only have a small number of calls available in the next few days. Yes, I did say the next few days because money moves fast and money likes action, and I want you to take action so we can get you to the next level in your business. So as we close out this webinar today, I just wanted to say thank you and tell you how much that I appreciate you. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate it. I do not take it lightly that you made the choice to spend the time with me today. I hope you've gotten some really good value from the information that I shared. Go ahead and book your call at www.successwithcecilia.com/apply. So I will stop the share. All righty. So I hope you got some good knowledge today. I hope I dropped some nuggets, or as my friends like to say, some truth bombs on you that lets you know that I can help you get to where you want to go in your business. So if you've been struggling, if you've been overwhelmed, if you've just been totally frustrated because you're not getting the results that you desire in your business, if your upline isn't helping you, or if they've altogether disappeared, or if you're struggling, trying to figure out how to navigate this digital world that we live in nowadays, then go ahead and schedule your discovery call. In that call, I will make sure that we come up with a blueprint for your success. I am Cecilia Morris, your engineer by education, your home business owner by desire. And I genuinely thank you for the time that you decided to spend with me today, and schedule your coaching call so we can take you out of struggle, stress, and overwhelm and get you to success. Have an amazing rest of your day.